Pakistan's complicity in providing leadership and shelter to terrorists is getting exposed at all fronts. Pakistan-based terror groups are not the only ones enjoying the Pakistani security establishment's patronage. The Afghan Taliban, including its most lethal component, the Haqqani network, also remain alive and well in Pakistan. This truth was recently conceded by none other than Pakistan's Federal Minister of Interior himself. Have a look.
Pakistan state-sponsored terror exposed. Top minister exposes Pakistani deep state. The unholy alliance of Pak government and the Taliban unmasked yet again. Islamabad's claims to completely dismantle terror infrastructure in the country and withdraw its support from the terror organizations operating in Afghanistan have fallen flat. In an interview aired by a private Pakistani TV channel, Pakistan's Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmad conceded that families of Afghanistan Taliban live in his country, including in the capital city of Islamabad, and sometimes the members of the insurgent outfit are treated in local hospitals.
Whenever Pakistan is caught doing something illegal, Pakistan's first instinct is to deny it completely. Of course, the rest of the world knows that Pakistan is not telling the truth, and then after a passage of time, Pakistan slowly starts to admit it and then says it openly. What happens is, the illegal act that Pakistan commits, even if legality does not change, it becomes permissible by international standards.
Earlier in June, Pakistani Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi denied the presence of Taliban sanctuaries in Pakistan in an exclusive interview to Afghanistan news channel. Not only did he defend the Taliban attacks brazenly, but also issued veiled threats to the Kabul establishment to either fall in line and give in to Taliban demands or face consequences. In this nearly an hour-long interview, not once did Qureshi concede that Taliban were terrorists. In fact, he almost called them freedom fighters.
Again, if you try and create this impression that the violence is high because of Taliban, let me just finish. The violence is high because of Taliban. Again, that would be an exaggeration.
Several reports have revealed that the Taliban Leadership Council continues to operate out of Pakistani Balochistan's capital. The former tribal areas, which have now been merged into the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, have seen a resurgence of the Taliban's local affiliates. As per a report by Voice of America quoting locals, the donations to the Afghan Taliban are on the upswing in Pakistan border regions as the militant group intensifies attacks against Afghan forces. In Balochistan, some observers say the sanctuaries and support networks are part of Islamabad's long-standing efforts to shape the political system in Afghanistan.
Certainly, the groundwork that Taliban needs to do has been done in total conjunction with the Pakistani authorities. There is complete coordination in this particular matter. So, Pakistan is being used as a springboard to enter Afghanistan, to invade Afghanistan. Everybody knows it.
While Pakistan always denies supporting the Afghan Taliban and recently joined the United States, Russia and China informally opposing a return of the group's Islamic Emirate, it has done little to hamper the Taliban's military machine on its own soil. Taliban are Pakistan's protege, secure in their safe havens, launching attacks in Afghanistan and returning home to headquarters. Islamabad has even denied hosting American bases in Pakistan for military action inside Afghanistan to maintain a counter-terrorism infrastructure in future. Experts say Pakistan has a massive plan drawn out for post-US withdrawal from Afghanistan, and they only fear for its nowhere close to peace or harmony.